They added Orlando Brown in at right tackle. They want better push up front, but they have to throw the ball better as well. So they added Michael Crabtree in free agency, and the two tight ends grabbed them early. Hayden Hurst out of South Carolina and Mark Andrews out of Oklahoma. Then flip it over on defense. Want to continue to flock to the football the way that they've done for so many years.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They run with Collins. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trent Murphy in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Murphy, Charles, missed all of last year with that knee injury. Says he feels healthy. He sure looked healthy there.
Had 9 sacks in his last full season, 2016. Can also cover people out of the backfield when they run pass routes. Trent Murphy's an excellent addition.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now out come the Bills. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia, then he goes to Buffalo, and Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season, and the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is, but I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
To throw again. Allen. Dancing to his left. Fights him off. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Tyus Bowser. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Allen to throw once more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Clay, the intended receiver. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Gun! Detroit!
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he gets it down to the 32. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into right protection scheme so he doesn't get hit.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Trent Murphy in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The Ravens averaged exactly 4 yards per rush in 2017, and that's what they need here, 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, so they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Allen will try again on second down. Shakes off the sag. Being chased out left. Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. On the return, here's Marcus Murphy. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's Collins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time, and it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Green 39! Green 39! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
Allen looks to throw on second down. Room to run past midfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll go again to McCoy. McCoy's got the first down and more. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That one goes for 24 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Jackson to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to launch this thing. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Chris Moore, 55 yards. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. Again, Jackson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A 3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And the Bucs having little problem in that one. They've just opened the lead a bit further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Detroit!
Now Allen throwing on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now Allen to throw on third down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
No. Check. Patriot. Gone.
On first down, Allen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back now in Baltimore. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Allen. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Pryor has it complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Detroit! Gone!
Allen going to go on 4th down. And this is brought in by Pryor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now they can't bring him down, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Detroit!
And now they'll throw with Allen. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Throwing is Allen on third. Josh Allen with his first ever NFL touchdown pass. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And how about that for Josh Allen? His first touchdown pass in the NFL. He had plenty of success while at the University of Wyoming. But when you throw your first touchdown in the league, that's what you've been dreaming of since you were a small child.
One to cherish forever, and you talk about his success. He had 44 touchdown passes in his 2 seasons at Wyoming. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10.
Gone!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than a defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And here come the Bills. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard.
Now the first carry for the former Jaguar. This is Chris Ivory. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot. Hot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check 26. Check 26.
They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. Unable to get Ivory down. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it, because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Buffalo, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal